Now, let's see what Eve Tannery is doing. She's out in Quakertown.
Sure, outside to Eve again, in the snow. We have a few more cars out on the roads in the sleet. This sleet is still coming down, and even during a heat wave. All while the man responsible for the forecast is inside, powdering his face, waving his hands at a green wall, and laughing and hanging out with Wendy and Hasiel.
Just be careful.
Seems like a great life, and a great job number 5 for me to take on. So with my boss for the day looking on to see where my meteorology lesson should begin, I gave it my first try. Moving right along, our satellite. Look out for that gray stuff come mid-afternoon. That is going to be trouble. Oops, guess I could use a little help.
Oh, that's clouds.
Oh, clouds.
Gray's clouds.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Just getting used to the green screen or chroma key was a job in itself. 28 in the Lehigh Valley, so pretty chilly there. Philadelphia, down here, way down here, about 32. Yeah, okay. I have a lot to learn. How'd I do there?
That was good and bad.
Good and bad.
Kind of like the clouds and the sun.
So to clear things up, Matt showed me the ropes. Turns out there's a lot to do hours before the show even begins.
Come in the morning and check the forecast. Of course, we're with the AccuWeather network, so we get a forecast sent from AccuWeather, plus you do your own forecasting.
And in order to come up with that forecast, the meteorologists are constantly reviewing different websites, radars, and forecast models to make sure they get it right. Then comes the delivery.
You get your own flavor of your forecast.
What should my flavor be?
Well, you're kind of an easygoing person, so you can be very personable and relaxed on the air. Just kind of, maybe throw in a cool adjective here and there.
Okay.
Do you know a cool adjective?
Like blustering?
Blustering is something that can work, I think.
With weather adjectives running around my head and the basics under my belt, Matt and I were ready to work on his first on-air job of the day.
We're dealing with some icy spots here.
The weather headlines. So I surprised Matt with a few headlines I wrote. If only I could figure out how to work his clicker.
Oh.
Don't look.
Click it back.
Don't look. Hold on.
Hit the back arrow.
First, I gave a classic Matt Broderick introduction. And I would say, thanks very much, guys, on this Friday. Because you always say that, right?
I do.
Okay. Then I got down to business, delivering the headlines Tannery style. High about 35, and ladies, hair's likely to frizz by the afternoon. What do you think?
I've never written that before. So, yeah, and that's your own flavor.
But could that flavor be continued over at the wall, where Matt delivers his 3-minute-long forecasts? 3 minutes of staring at myself is not comforting. But Matt told me to think about the people watching at home.
So you start like this toward the viewer, and you kind of want to keep a 45-degree angle.
A little practice, and we got the maps in motion to brush up on the basics I may have messed up a bit on my first try.
L is low pressure, pink is ice, blue is snow, and then the green is rainy.
With a lot to remember, I gave it another shot. Good morning, everyone, on this Friday as we head into the weekend. My confidence had improved, and what I was saying, surprisingly, seemed to make sense. A low-pressure system with a cold front behind it, hence the blue line. So after day number 1, is it possible viewers could trust me as much as they do Matt?
The viewers coming around, I think.
But even though I learned a lot, I also learned our viewers would probably appreciate if Matt sticks to manning the weather and I stick to braving the elements. On my way outside again, Eve Tannery, 69 News.